Hi, Charles here. Well, we're going to go on a trip pretty soon, but first we've got a big snow coming. Time for a little update. Thanks for watching. I don't know if you can hear, you probably can. We have a million sandhill cranes going overhead all of the time. I think the other day they counted 20,000 sandhills out at the wildlife refuge. Isn't that far from us? So, well, in my last update I told you that my wife and I had moved her parents into our little house where my mom lived for 20 years. And Betty was failing, dementia had been disappearing for years, and so we took care of her. It was pretty intense for a while. Hospice helped, and Susie and I did all of the care for her at the end, and she passed away peacefully on the 15th of January. We had a funeral a week later. Wally's doing great. It's something, we're not all grief-stricken because we knew it was coming, and we hate to see her go, but the Betty we knew and loved had been gone for a long time. So Wally's all settled in. This is tomorrow, or the next day is when the big snowstorm is coming. So this is February 1. And so today I've been getting a snowblower going. I just now got my Honda generator back from getting a tune-up. And so I think we're all set. And now that we are done doing the constant care of Betty, we can do a trip. So Wally will be fine without us. He's a very active 90-year-old. And very spunky for a typical 90. He's not the typical 90-year-old person, so he'll be fine when we're gone. We have people, neighbors, that'll be looking out for him. So we are going to take a trip. So we're excited. We didn't think we'd have one for a while, but on the 16th we are headed down south. Stop in Georgia at Red Top Mountain. Have breakfast with some friends one morning. Go through Atlanta at 4 in the morning is what we're going to do. And then we're going to be visiting the homecoming rally that Runaway Camper puts on every year. We don't own one, so we're not officially a part of it. We won't be staying there. We're staying at a Boondockers welcome site, some people's house near Silver Springs for 3 nights. So we'll be dropping in the rally, and I'll be leading worship on the Sunday of that rally. It'll be good to see some old friends and meet some new ones. There's a bunch of sandhills going overhead. So really nothing is new with the camper. Before we left on the last trip for Tennessee to the Adventure Van Expo, Ecoflow sent me this huge Delta Max. It's 2100 watts, and they'd already given me 2 Delta 1300s, and then they gave me a discount, but I bought the Delta, the Mini, and it's really nice and small. So all the times that we're camping, we will have power except for 2 nights at Alexander Springs at Ocala National Forest. So we don't need all this. We mainly just need run some lights a little bit and make me some coffee and heat up something in the microwave. But we mainly just need to keep the fridge running. So I think I will probably take this big guy, the small one, and maybe 1 Delta that fits into this box. And we will be fine. We probably could totally get by with just one of these smaller Deltas during that time. But, I've got room. We might as well bring it with us. So we've pretty much got it dialed in that the last trip we were staying in this every night while we were at Columbia building an office for our son-in-law. So nothing much new to say about it. We're really, really happy with it and excited to get back on the road. And I'm now looking at plans. I now think we're going to go out west one time, but a longer trip that will be end of August going into September, maybe several weeks. So Rocky Mountain National Park, maybe the Tetons, a little bit of Utah. And we'll avoid the 90 to 100 degree weather we hit last year is our plan. So we'll see how that goes. We're excited to get out there. And we think this year, not just because of Wally, but we are probably going to do a lot more camping in Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, maybe Illinois. So they won't necessarily be big long trips, maybe a week or less. And we get to pick the weather. So that's what we're going to do. Michigan, definitely want to head up to Michigan a little bit. So that's kind of where we are. So we're going to start packing here soon. This is going to be buried in snow in a day or so, but I'm going to get these back in the house. You don't leave these lithiums out in the cold. So I keep them fully charged. So we may need them if the power goes out, plus I've got the Honda. So we'll be all good. So there's a little update. We're happy for Betty, and we're happy to have Wally as our permanent neighbor. So things are kind of back to the way they were when my mom was here. So we knew one day we would have one of her parents. So we're really happy with that. So there you go. And maybe I'll do a little bit of filming on our trip. As you know, we're not vloggers. I just not interested in doing that. But I might, film a little bit and throw a little something together when we get back. Thanks for watching.